Hey, Coach John here, JT. Listen, today I want to talk a little bit about what limits success, right? And there are several things that can limit your ability to succeed. And, when I'm driving into work in the mornings, I always think about what do I need to address to my sales team, to you, and what can I contribute today that's going to make your life a little bit better? Well, today I want to talk about, again, the limiting factors of success, or what limits our success or our ability to succeed. And I hear this a lot where when we're talking to people, or when I'm out coaching people or consulting with people or doing seminars, I always get people that say to me, John, the biggest thing that has limited me in my life to achieving anything has been the lack of resources, right? They don't think they have enough resources. Well, I'm going to tell you something that maybe you haven't ever thought about. But the lack of resources doesn't necessarily limit your success as much as having too many resources, right? So let's look at this in terms of money, right? A lot of people say, well, I just didn't have the money to achieve the kind of success that I was after. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Money is not a limiting factor. Not enough money is not a limiting factor to success. Matter of fact, most people that have a lot of money don't experience a lot of success because they're afraid of loss. They're afraid they're going to lose what they already have. So money is not. Matter of fact, most millionaires actually have very limited resources and little money when they start. Why? Why do they become really successful when people who have everything aren't as successful? And that's because they're not willing. People who have a lot of money aren't willing to risk what they have for something that may or may not happen. When you have nothing, it's really easy to make that leap into trying something or going after something because you have nothing to lose. So resources, too many resources, can actually limit the amount of success that you experience because you get too cautious, you get too comfortable. You end up fearing loss. So instead of resources, you need to be resourceful, right? You need to be creative. Creativity and resourcefulness will get you more things than not being resourceful, not being creative will ever get you. Matter of fact, you have too many resources, right? We talk. Too many resources cause you to be less resourceful, less creative, because you think that money is going to be able to buy your way through it. So resources can limit your success. Too many resources can limit your success. Not enough resources, not a limiting factor to your success. Another thing that can limit your success is logic, right? Smart people aren't necessarily going to be successful just because they're smart. Most of the successful or multimillionaires or billionaires aren't necessarily the smartest people in the room, right? They're not the smartest people on the planet, but they're incredibly successful. So why does logic limit our success? Well, logic limits our success because we are focused on what is, not what can be. And I always like to use this example. Imagine two children on a playground, right? One very, very smart, one very, very creative, okay? Or a dreamer, or using their imagination. On the playground, one is imagining that they can fly while the other looks on and says, you can't fly. You don't have wings, you're not aerodynamic, you weigh too much. They're allowing a logic to dictate what this other child can imagine. The child with the imagination, man, their opportunities are boundless. They're endless, right? There are no boundaries placed on your imagination. There are boundaries placed on things when you approach them with logic. So being too smart will limit your success. Using logic will limit your success. Overthinking things will limit your success. Why? Because you never ever do anything about it. I know so many people that want to start their own business, but spend so much time planning and strategizing on how they're going to do something that they never do anything. So don't overthink it. A lot of times the plan will fall into place if you take the first steps. And that's the other thing. Inaction will limit your success. So don't allow inaction or not doing anything to be a limiting factor to your success. Guys, again, the problem isn't having a plan together and then executing the plan. Is sometimes the plan. Do you have to have some kind of an idea or a goal of where you're going? Yes. But does it need to be meticulously planned out and scripted out to where you have to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z in order for things to finally happen or finally for you to take action? No. Sometimes you can start with A and B, and then the rest of it will fall into place. A lot of people think there's this straight line to success, right? We start here, we end here, and this is success. Well, I'm going to tell you guys that the road or the path to success is not a straight line. It takes you all kinds of different ways. It loops around, it comes back. Sometimes you start back at the beginning and then you go forward. There is no straight line to success. Sometimes you have to experience all the other things in life that get you the kind of success that you really want. And sometimes the plans and the goals that we make, especially the goals that we make, aren't necessarily the destinations where we're supposed to be. So don't allow inaction and logic to dictate where you go or if you take action on something, right? Take action. That's the best thing that you can do is try it. Just go for it. And remember that resources, the lack of resources, are not going to stop success. Many, many multi-million or multi-billion dollar companies have been created on less than $1,000. Resourcefulness, creativity, and action will get you to where you want to go. So don't limit your success. Go for your dreams. Try to achieve everything that you want. Don't overthink it. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps. Have a great day and go make some shit happen.